Good morning on day 7 of the Cammino di San Benedetto. We know it's day 7 because we're starting to recognise that wonderful fragrance that is coming off our walking shoes, that scent that says multiple days of hiking. And what a difference a day makes as well. Yesterday, rain and the sun trying, and today we started the opposite, sun, but the clouds are starting to roll in. We have a bit of a disagreement between the local weather reports and AccuWeather, which is the app that I use. The local weather reports are saying it will get cloudy, but stay dry, and AccuWeather is saying showers. So we have to see. It's a 50-50 chance at this point. It's not a long walk. It's from Rocca Sinibalda to Castel di Tora. It's about 15 kilometres-ish. Looking at the guide, there are no great challenges. So we'll take it nice and easy, and we'll get to enjoy a beautiful lakeside walk soon. So let's get going and see what today brings. Here are the details of the walk. Rocca Sinibalda to Castel di Tora was a short and easy hike of just 15 kilometres. The day was warm and humid after the rain of the previous day, but the roads were quiet and the woodland paths shaded. The attractive little village of Posticciola provided a perfect spot for a break before crossing the so-called Ponte Romana, a bridge dating back to at least the 11th century. The dam of Lake Turano was then straight ahead, a formidable and impressive sight indeed. After reaching the top of the dam, the rest of the hike was a simple walk along an abandoned road skirting the east side of the lake, and a race against time to avoid the showers and thunder coming in close behind. So it might have looked like a lot of fun in the little house on the prairie when they were all running through the long grasses, but I bet they all went home with ticks at the end of every day. It's one of the reasons actually I rarely wear shorts when I'm hiking. I've got to be pretty sure that I'm going to be safe from getting tick bites. Okay, here's a good example of actually read the guidebook when you get to certain places. I was following the main path, just blithely thinking this would get me up to the road. And interestingly, it is what the GPS says. The signs actually said something different, and as always, follow the signs. So I've just got to go back about 250 meters and find the steep uphill path rather than the rather gentle, quite wide path. Just taking a short break. I'm walking along the road that follows the edge of the lake. So I've got about 5 kilometres left to go. Just thought I'd talk a little bit about last night. I stayed in a little hacienda with Federico and Alice, and it was absolutely fantastic. Wonderful couple, lovely dogs, lots and lots of cats. The food was fantastic. It's just the company was incredible. They were so welcoming. Absolutely recommend it. I was supposed to be camping there, but when I arrived, my camping seems to be jinxed so far. When I arrived, they told me that they're having problems with a wild boar that has started coming and eating their vegetable garden. They've got a little small holding farm, so eating their vegetables and generally trying to get into the chicken coop for the seed. But now apparently also starting to get aggressive with the dogs. So after we'd all gone to bed last night, about 11:30, the dogs went crazy and the wild boar turned up. So there was a bit of a hassle to try and get rid of it. So I'm glad I wasn't in the tent, because they can be ferocious animals if they're cornered. Anyway, I have got some camping booked in camping sites, so there is no excuse, and there shouldn't be any problems there. But that could be the first of those promised showers coming in. I'm about 2 kilometres away, so hopefully they stay over there while I'm over here. Here we are, day 7 almost coming to a close. Just thought I'd talk a little bit about the various types of accommodation that you have on the Cammino di San Benedetto. So I'm staying in a range of accommodation that goes from bed and breakfast, place I'm in now, which is considered what they call a pilgrim accommodation. I'll be staying in my tent tomorrow, finally, all being well. I stayed in the monastery. I've got a couple more camping places, and I've got a couple more pilgrim accommodations. And then at the very end, I should be staying in the monastery at Montecassino itself. We're just waiting for them to respond and confirm that I can stay there. It's incredibly varied. It's very typically Italian for these longer hikes, that you have a mix of different types and levels of accommodation. The smaller towns and villages that a lot of the hikes pass through rarely offer the sort of the luxury stuff. But what you do get is good, comfortable, little bed and breakfast, little places to stay, or places that are geared for pilgrims. The most expensive place is going to be in Subiaco, but I'm staying there for 2 days, so that's going to come in at over €100 for the 2 nights. So again, still not sort of bank-breaking levels. The cheapest is, I think tomorrow night is the camping is €5 per person. And on average, you'll end up paying between 25 and 35 per night if you're traveling with a credential form, so actually sort of officially doing the hike. It gives you just an incredible range of experiences. Last night was fantastic in a little sort of, it wasn't an agriturismo, it's called an hacienda, but involved a little bit of rampaging by a wild boar, as I mentioned. But you meet the people. A lot of people will not necessarily speak English, but that doesn't stop them from making you feel warm and welcome. Obviously, I can chat in Italian as well. But the people who are hosting you are such an important part of these hikes. And really, when you do these kinds of hikes in Italy, just try and make sure that you're staying in places where you get to meet the hosts. And just the warmest of welcomes that you'll get from people is fantastic. Really, really makes the trip different. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the videos. Please do like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow.